Here's a confidence block no one talks enough about. You don't trust yourself because you stopped listening to yourself. You are not lacking confidence because you are broken. You are lacking confidence because you're just disconnected from you. You've ignored your inner knowing so many times that now when it whispers, you can't even recognize her voice. That's not failure, that's conditioning. Speak to yourself like someone you love every day. Ready to speak to your next level self like she's already here? The Self-Love Script is your free guide to bridge the gap between where you are and who you are becoming, with affirmations that actually feel real. Download it now, links in the show notes. As you step into your main character era, the version of you who leads with confidence, communicates with clarity, and loves with truth, it starts right here. Self-love is non-negotiable. And no, I don't mean the cute filtered Instagram version, not the bubble baths and skincare routines, although those can be a vibe and they do serve a purpose. I mean radical, self-rooted, life-altering self-love. The kind of love that transforms your relationships, the kind that shows up before a partner ever does, the kind that attracts the love of your life, not because you're searching for them, but because you stopped searching outside of yourself. Welcome to Confident and Empowered, the Encourage Over Everything show, the bold, dripping in love space where main character energy isn't just a vibe, it's your new way of life. I'm your host, Letitia Hopkins, your favorite life, love, and relationship coach, here to help you stop performing, start embodying, and fully step into the spotlight of your most aligned, unapologetic self. This is your show, your season, your era. Let's make it legendary. Hey friend, welcome back to another episode of Confident and Empowered, the Encourage Over Everything show. I was asked this question and I thought it was so good, I had to start the episode with it. The question was, why confidence can't exist without self-love? I'm going to tell you real quick why being disconnected from yourself equals being disconnected from confidence. You've been taught to prioritize everyone else's opinion, what your friends thinks, what your mama think, what social media thinks, what your committee of opinions thinks. You feel indecisive because you don't honor your own insight. You second guess everything because you've trained yourself to bypass your intuition. You don't feel powerful because you keep asking for permission you don't even actually need. Confidence can't grow where self-trust is constantly outsourced. So here's the truth. Confidence starts with self-trust. You do know what's best for you. Truthfully, you always have. You just have to reconnect to your voice and let her lead. When you've silenced your voice for so long, you stop trusting yourself to lead. And when you stop trusting yourself, you stop believing in yourself. Now is the time you have to slow down, get quiet, and really come back home to yourself. Because the more you listen, the louder she gets. And when you move in alignment with you, your confidence doesn't just grow, it glows. I know this from personal experience, okay? I used to take every decision to the group chat like it was a boardroom meeting. I would talk to each one of my friends individually. And if we all got together for brunch, guess what it was? It was definitely a group chat at the table. And it would be all about here's what happened and what do I do? Having 12 perspectives, 4 pros and cons lists, and still no peace. I outsourced my knowing. I didn't trust that I already had the answer. I couldn't hear my own intuition over the noise. And let me tell you, that really made me feel small, powerless, and even dependent. because clarity doesn't come from consensus, it comes from connection to self. Need a sign? Here it is. A personalized message of encouragement from me to you. When you're questioning your worth, second guessing your next step, feeling unseen or unsupported, or just so tired of being the strong one, Encourage Me Please is your custom dose of hope, hype, and heart, written just for you. You'll receive a powerful message to remind you of who you are and what you're capable of. Because being everything for everyone is exhausting, and you deserve a moment to be poured into too. Say it loud. Encourage me, please. Order yours now. Your heart will thank you. Friend, if you were with me back in episode 215, I promised I'd share the story about me going from dating desperately to divine aligned dating. So let me fill you in on the tea. Self love literally delivered my husband to me. Not a dating app, not a setup, self freaking love. And here's how I know why. And here's how I know. I spent years, honey, heavy on the years, stuck in desperate dating cycles, swiping right on emotionally unavailable men and rewriting red flags into romantic potential. Okay. Please don't tell me I was the only one to ever do this. Don't leave a sister hanging. But the moment I dropped the manhunt and turned the mirror inward, everything shifted. I wish I could tell you that it was just one day I woke up and I just knew that I needed to focus in on me. That was not my ministry. The catalyst that really changed everything was when my mom made her transition to heaven. She was my person. And after she made her transition, I just wasn't even sure of who I was without her, which became my new quest. Now I had to figure out who I am and how do I live this life without her physically in it. I started dating me. I got clear on what I needed, deserved, and deeply desired. I treated myself the way I used to beg others to treat me. And then, lo and behold, he showed up, not because I was perfect, but because I was whole and knowing I was complete. Self love didn't just attract love, it elevated everything: my peace, my clarity, power, and my joy. And that kind of love, it's magnetic. The real love cheat code is you can't attract the love that you desire from a place of lack. The more that you focus in on what you don't have, and what I mean by this, it can show up even in the low vibration questions you're asking. Like, why can't I find love? Why does the same thing keep happening? It's your energy, babe, your frequency. When it's very much giving desperation, that it'll never happen for me energy oozes from your pores. Okay. I know because that was me. It was very much giving wounded, that looking outside of yourself for someone to love you energy, but you don't even love you yet the way that you should. Self love is the major key alert because love will always mirror the way you love you. When you step into the spotlight of your own life, not shrinking, not settling, or standing on the sidelines, but fully showing up as yourself, loving yourself the way you deserve, you make space for a love that shows up just as boldly as you do. Main characters don't chase love, they become it and let the real thing rise to meet them. Bars. Now, let's be clear: self love and self care have two distinct roles in your life, and I'm going to explain why it matters. Self care is what you do, self love is who you are to yourself. So if self care is the bubble bath, self love is the boundary. Self-care is the break, where self love is knowing you deserve it. Without self love, self care becomes performance, like putting a crown on a mannequin. It looks cute, but nothing's alive underneath it. When you love yourself deeply, you take better care of yourself. You choose relationships that reflect your worth. You stop overextending and start overflowing. Self care is the checklist, and self love is the compass. And knowing that, now we got to talk about the self love myths to delete immediately. The myth that self love is selfish. This one really irritates my soul. The truth is, it's the most generous thing you can do, not just for yourself, but for others. When you love you, everyone gets your best, not your burnout. Just as you give your best to others, you deserve to give your best to you as well. Another myth is self love always feels. The other myth is self love means you always feel good about yourself. And the real truth is self love stays. Even when confidence wavers, it holds you up when life really tries to knock you down. Self love is your foundation. And when you have a strong foundation, you now have something strong to build upon. The third myth self love is just for single people. Uh, no. The truth is, self love protects relationships. It sets the tone for what you allow and how you connect. People will treat you the way that they see you treating you. So if they see you treating yourself like the queen that you are, they know that they have to now step to the queen correctly. But when you are treating yourself with that peasant behavior, they know that they can come up in here, honey, and get the peasantry going. But we are not dealing with that foolishness. So it is time to love yourself properly first so that you set the tone for how other people love you as well. Another myth I really want to dispel is self love means you don't need anyone. And that could not be further from the truth. It means you stop needing love to feel whole and start choosing love that's aligned. For so long, the anthem of independent women really got the game messed up because while independence is a beautiful thing, so is interdependence, meaning when you are really co creating and collaborating with another person. It amplifies what you cannot do alone. And love is something that's meant to be shared. It's meant to be such a beautiful exchange and experience. So let's no longer promote the narrative that you don't need anyone because that's just not true. And that's not the real intent of self love. It really is meant to be the foundation that sets the tone for not just the way that you receive love, but also how you give love. Self love isn't the finish line. It's the fuel that gets you there. Self love is something that you are continuously maintaining. It's not just available to you after you've achieved some milestone, it is present every day as long as you nurture it that way. And since we're in the business of deleting myths, let's go ahead and rewrite one of the biggest ones that boundaries are selfish. So here's the boundary upgrade. Boundaries aren't walls, they are invitations for respect. They are love in action for you and for others. When you are rooted in self love, you stop explaining your no, you stop shrinking your needs, you stop managing everyone else's emotions at your expense. Healthy boundaries aren't rejection. They are redirection towards what's aligned. And when you raise your hand, everything else rises to meet you there. Neuroscience even confirms you Neuroscience even confirms your thoughts shape your reality. Repeating self affirming beliefs rewires your brain for worthiness, lower stress, which means that you have stronger boundaries and better relationships, and self love equals emotional safety and better partner choices. You are literally training your brain to recognize love and choose better. And I'm going to give you a self love 2 step that really helps you implement this. Step 1, daily affirmation of worthiness. I'm going to give you one of my favorite affirmations I want you to say out loud. I am worthy exactly as I am. I don't chase love, I am love. I choose relationships that reflect my worth. And step 2 is one daily act of self respect. Say no to something that drains you. Say yes to something that fills you up. Or speak one truth that you've been silencing. That's your proof. That's your power. You are not lost, you are just disconnected. These prompts will help you remember who you are. Main character energy, it starts with self-reflection. Write your way back to you now. To get your journal prompts, peep the link in the show notes, okay? Okay, friend, let me pour into you right quick. Self love is the ultimate reflection. It shows up everywhere in how people treat you, in what you tolerate in your relationships, in the boundaries you do or don't set. In your career, your goals, your joy. If life isn't matching your vibe right now, start with self love. Because when you're rooted in self worth, your energy shifts. You stop entertaining bare minimum love. You stop proving your value in rooms you've outgrown. You stop over giving, overworking, and under receiving. Your self love sets the tone for everything. And the moment you step into your main character era, life, love, and alignment starts to show up for you. Sis, let me just say this plainly. Self love is not the luxury. It's the launch pad to confidence, clarity, boundaries, to aligned relationships, to a life that feels like love in motion. The deeper you love yourself, the more magnetic your life becomes. You don't find love by looking harder. You attract it by becoming it. Or better yet, realize you already are it. You are the love of your life first. And from that overflow, everything else aligns. No more chasing, no more performing, no more waiting. This is your reminder. You are the prize. You are the power. You are the beginning of the love story you've been waiting for. And honey, it gets to start right now. This is your love era, and it starts with you. And just like that, queen, another layer of your glow up activated. But don't just listen, live it. Because main character energy isn't just a vibe, it's a decision. And you just made it. Want to keep this energy going? If something in today's episode hit home, don't keep it to yourself. Fix another queen's crown. Share it, review it, or send it on with love. Whatever feels aligned. Your words, your stars, they help this message reach even more hearts and many more glow ups. When you share this show, you are not just spreading encouragement, you are reminding another woman she always had the power. We are rewriting stories, raising standards, and showing the world what empowered love really looks like. So remember, when you show up for you first, everything else aligns. Until next time, walk in your power, love out loud, and keep showing up like the main character you were born to be. Say it with me now. I am the main character of my life. I lead with love and I rise on purpose. All right now, friend, let's go. Your era isn't coming, it's arrived. And you already know how we do it around here. We don't settle, we shine. All because together we can encourage over everything.